Hey, this is Ellie Barnes. I'm just going to do a really quick little update on what looks like a really horrible hurricane, Milton. It is out in the Gulf of Mexico heading towards Florida as a Category 4 hurricane. This is about 12:30 Central Time on Wednesday afternoon. I'm at work at Hex on a short break. It's beautiful outside here today. So I want to look at this. Is the storm hitting? What category is it hitting at? At which category? More directly, where does it impact the most? Is it going up towards Tampa or down towards South Florida, the Keys? You know, as far as impacts, when you have a really wide storm, as I've said before, and most hurricanes are quite large, over 200 miles wide, you have impacts that cover 200 to 300 miles in scope. And then we know this one's going to cross the state. Well, we don't know. Actually, we don't know, but it is assumed that it will cross the state and even exit the state as a Category 1 and get back in the Atlantic, Hurricane Milton. So I'm asking today, with all respect to everyone who suffers natural disaster, everywhere. It is one of the most difficult things humans go through. We feel targeted. We feel let down. We wonder what we've done wrong. And it's probably more collectively that the earth is struggling with itself. I mean, obviously the earth does have big cycles. Plate tectonics have moved. We've been hit by meteorites. We've had super volcanoes blow. It's not all been bowls of peaches with heavy whipping cream. It hasn't. Ice ages, interglacial periods, tons of flooding sometimes. We just think right now it's the worst it's ever been. I really doubt that. I think it's par for the course. But I'm just looking at Hurricane Milton on Wednesday, October 9th. I did in my previous report suggest it happened at night, hit at night. That's what the report says today, although I had predicted more like a Category 2. I'm checking that. Please show us the intensity of Hurricane Milton and more specifically where it does the most damage as it comes across the body of Florida. Go above our brains into the infinite field, finding true and accurate facts and information. Bring that down to us onto the table, into the reading. The universe is infinite. It contains all information. We're seeking truth and finding it now in ways we understand comfortably and easily for Ellie and the audience. So must it be. Amen. Sorry, I had a hot flash. Whew. In the window. The sun sets lower now. It's lower, and it comes to my window as a slant, different than it does all summer. I'm doing the same kind of idea. I'm putting my cards around. I already knew my pattern. I was going to start around north of Tampa, kind of that Big Bend area, and just crawl my way around to the Keys. It looks better. I know I just keep saying this, and I know I'm willing to be wrong. Of course I am, but it looks better than what we're seeing on television right now, okay? I'm still going to predict a hard 2 or a small 3, or a hard, high 2 and a low 3 for the intensity of it. I think it covers a large swath of Florida. I do think it emerges on the other side of the state as at least a 1. And I think it's going to spare Tampa the worst of it and do more damage south of Sarasota, down towards whatever's down there, Fort Lauderdale. I know the Keys. Wind damage, flood surge is going to be high. 900 people without electricity. 2 days ago I looked at this and my spirit guide said, the bottom third of Florida just gets cut off from the top third, 2/3. Roads won't be passable, and infrastructure's down. There's no electricity, there's no cell towers, and it's just like it becomes its own little island of devastation, the bottom third of Florida, that we just don't have good access to except by boat or plane. I think that's extreme. I think it's not quite that extreme today. That's why I do want to predict that this storm is going to be weakening as it slides onto land. As always, barrier islands are incredibly prone because we have higher sea levels than we did 15 years ago. And it's been raining in the south part of Florida for a week now. Same kind of scenario that happened with Helene. Going to be a lot of missing pets. It's probably going to be this thing on the news. It's going to be really upsetting. So many drowned pets, and missing pets. Strong category 2, sliding in south of Sarasota. Strongly affects the Keys and below Sarasota more than north of it. The whole country is praying for Florida right now, though. There's a lot of love on the ground, whether we like the state or not. There's a lot of people ready to help. So I love to see that. Okay, that's my prediction for Hurricane Milton on Wednesday, October 9th. See you later. Bye.